Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double, double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Anah. I just want to talk about a few things I have here pulled up. GMS upon precepts 4. Subscribe and be edified. Basically going into the depth of this guy, Jacob Rockefeller, and just pointing out that man of sin being revealed. Basically, this brother went into it. I'm pretty much just gonna take from his video this news article here, some information, and I got some precepts, and we'll get it and bring it out.
British financier and philanthropist Jacob Rothschild of the Rothschild banking dynasty has died at the age of 87. His family is remembering him as a towering presence and passionate supporter of the arts through his charities, but he also leaves behind a complicated legacy with many people online. Financier and philanthropist Jacob Rothschild of the Rothschild banking dynasty has died at the age of 87. His family is remembering him as a towering presence and passionate supporter of the arts through his charities, but he also leaves behind a complicated legacy, with many people online calling out his family for their role in the creation of Israel. Emily Taylor joins us live in studio with the details of his legacy. Emily?
Hi, Louis. Now, Rothschild has been trending high online all day today. Many politicians and people in the arts are posting online mourning his death, but there's also a number of people creating a stir online, pointing to how his family is connected with the Balfour Declaration, as often considered a founding document in the Israel-Palestine conflict.
We share passion.
And while watching this video or listening to it earlier today, that's what kind of drew my attention. The fact that he couldn't have picked a worse time or a better time to die, or disappear, or whatever, wherever he may be. Our mind, the electmen of Israel, and the different things that we understand. We kind of ponder on different things. He could just be in a bunker somewhere hiding out, or he could be actually dead. You know what I mean? But whatever the case may be, um, he couldn't have picked a worse time or a better time to disappear. You know what I mean? And die, because basically the world is already upset with everything that's going on. Regarding Israel and Palestine, and him dying has just shined light onto the banking families, the Rockefellers, and how they're the cause of basically all the pain in the world. They're the cause of the fact that Israel is even a state, and basically the cause of the war that's happening. You know what I mean? And they're the cause of pretty much everything. They fund wars on both sides. They do all of this stuff. So all this stuff is coming into the light, right? And that's just basically that man of sin being revealed, Edom, Esau, right? And so it's a good thing. We're gonna continue.
About climate change, and how does that reflect itself?
Financier and banking mogul Lord Jacob Rothschild died today at the age of 87. In a statement, his family says he was a towering presence and will be remembered for his contributions to the arts and Israel and Jewish culture. Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair also shared his condolences online. Rothschild comes from a banking dynasty with a billion-dollar fortune and began his career at the family bank N.M. Rothschild and Sons in the 1960s before breaking away to start his own businesses and charities. The Rothschild family is also credited with helping to create a Jewish homeland in Palestine, starting with the 1917 Balfour Declaration 2 decades before Jacob was born.
What do you feel when you see it here?
I genuinely feel it's one of the most extraordinary moments.
Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much it that I wanted to get. I just wanted to point out the fact that people are aware of these banking families and who they are and the damage they have caused to the world, basically. Because these are the rulers of the world. We understand that the world was given into the hand of the wicked, right? So we're talking about your top banking families, your top banking elite. You got the Rockefellers, you got the Rothschilds, you got the DuPonts, you got all these banking families that actually rule the world and has founded this place. You know what I mean? And that's why they're among the richest of the world, right? And their hand is everywhere in wickedness. I got some scriptures. We'll just pull them up. The scripture I want to get here in Second Thessalonians 2:3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Right? Let me just start at 1. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren." This is Second Thessalonians 2:1. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, and by the gathering together unto him." Right? And that's what's happening. The elect are being gathered together unto Yahweh Shai, putting off the old man and putting on the new, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? The son of destruction. That man of sin is being revealed. He has already been revealed and constantly been revealed. Just like back in the day, or however long ago, you had the one thing that says wanted dead alive. You had all the men, and even some women up there. Basically, that man of sin, and people that has caused the world so much hurt and so much pain, and has given drink basically to the nation, having them drunken with the wine of this place, Babylon the Great, right? Um, and this is basically a letter from a letter that Paul is writing to Thessalonians regarding a question they had asked about the coming of the Lord, and when would that day be? Basically, let's get in the NLT. It says, "Now, dear brethren and sisters, let us clarify some things about the coming of our Lord Yahushua and how we will be gathered to meet him. Don't be so easily shaken or alarmed by those who say that the day of the Lord has already begun. Don't believe them, even if they claim to have had a spiritual vision, a revelation, or a letter supposedly from us. Don't be fooled by what they say, for that day will not come until there is a great rebellion against Yahweh, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, and one who brings destruction," right? And that great rebellion was regarding the children of Israel falling away, basically, going against idols, going for idols and different things like that. And that's why we fell away from our heritage and lost who we were. And going back to Ezekiel 37, that breath um, of life had to be entered back into us, and these bones, the dry bones, had to be awoken, right? And that's us, and that's what we did, and that's what we're doing now, and that's why we're able to be out here prophesying, teaching, and things like that, waking up our brethren, and a few sisters, and things like that. The elect of Israel for the gathering. I have pulled up here, basically the commentary on it, because this dude David or whatever, he pulled up some points that I wanted to read, basically regarding the man of the sin, because that's what we're getting into. Basically, like I said, this dude Jacob Rockefeller dying has shone light onto you know the man of sin, basically Esau Edom. It says, and the man of sin is revealed. It says, before the great tribulation can be identified with certainty, a particular person known as the man of sin must be revealed. That's Esau Edom. Paul's point is clear. You are worried that we are in the great tribulation and that you missed the rapture. But you can know that we are not in the great tribulation because we have not yet seen the man of sin revealed. And a lot of times, even people come, it's like when the war broke out and Israel, and different other things. A lot of people will say, "Oh, are we at the end?" Because things in the world can get so crazy where people are like, "Yo, what's going on?" But we are nearing those days. We are in the last of days, you know. But now is not the time right now because we understand more prophecies must come to pass. The MOTB, also Jacob's trouble needs to come. Famines, pestilence, different things. The most traditional understanding of this man of sin is to say that he is not an individual, but a system or an office, and that's Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great and its beast system. That's the man of sin, Esau, Edom. Historically, Protestant interpreters have seen the man of sin to be the succession of popes, which is not. It's not one singular person. It is Esau, though. Calvin thought this way. Paul, however, is not speaking of one individual, but of a kingdom that was to be seized by Satan for the purpose of setting up a seat of abomination in the midst of Yahweh's temple. This we see accomplished in popery. Popery. And we see it accomplished with Esau Edom and his beast system and all the wicked abominable things that he's doing with his different philosophies, around the world. We got different things allowed, like homo and same-sex marriage, different abominable acts that he has allowed. However, there is no good reason to see this man of sin to be other than what the plainest meaning is here, an individual who will come to great prominence in the very last days. This was how it was understood in the earliest days of Christianity. The fathers understood the Antichrist to be intended, but of this person they seem to have formed no specific idea. So they act like they don't know that the Antichrist is them themselves, right? And we're gonna get let's see, let's say yeah, Daniel 8:23. It says, in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and that's Esau Edom. We're gonna get into it. It says this man of sin is a prominent figure in the Bible and the ultimate personification of the spirit of the Antichrist spoken of in John 4:2 and 3. He will no doubt live many years before the Great Tribulation, but he will only be revealed as the man of sin during that period, which is the last days. The idea behind the title man of sin is that sin has such absolute domination over him that he seems to be the very embodiment of it, right? And we know Esau Edom is everything Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not. He's the complete opposite. He doesn't want anything good. He's wicked. He doesn't know how to do good. Let's get Revelation 17. And the reason why I'm bringing this out because this is talking about Babylon the Great, Esau Edom, basically, you know. So I'm pretty much just read this whole thing. It's pretty short. It says Revelation 17:1, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon the waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Right, and this is talking about the different philosophies that Esau Edom has pushed out and made, you know, drunk the other nations, you know, basically with his lies and his bullshit. Revelation 17:3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Right, and this woman, which is Babylon the Great, to sit on a scarlet colored beast, which is his beast system, which is his armies, you know, NATO, EU. It says full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads, which is 7 kingdoms, basically 7 heads and 7 heads and 10 horns is basically his whole beast system of different kingdoms and different nations of people that he's ruling over. 17:4. It says the woman said, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornications. Right. So this woman just looked at, you know, so awesome, so great, and like we got right here. It says that man of sin is a prominent figure in the Bible and the ultimate personification of the spirit of the Antichrist. Right. The ultimate personification. So that means like a great thing, pretty much. You know. In Revelation 17:5, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And, you know, breaking down Mystery of Babylon the Great, which is confusion. Babylon is confusion. The mother of harlots, you know, whores, different things that you can do here. You know, you can worship anything you want to worship, and abominations of the earth. Right? All the everything that's not good is found here in Babylon the Great. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai. And when I saw her, I wounded with great admiration. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, right? And this is basically going into the fact that because we're talking about the land of Babylon, right? The doom of Babylon, you know, ultimately Esau Edom. Basically, you can say like Christopher Columbus coming over here and finding the land of the Americas, right? And pursuant to the history, how the northern tribes, Ephraim, came over here to Babylon the Great, basically pinched tent and had up their lands, and then you know, Christopher Columbus came over here and went to war with them and things like that, and that's why it says, you know, drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, you know. And also we're constantly being destroyed too, you know, by Esau Edom. Revelation 17:7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will, it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? Like he asked him, why are you marveling? Right? And this is the angel talking to John, John the Revelator. I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns. Now they're going to explain the vision that we just was reading. It says, the beast that thou saw was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. I'm sorry, the beast that thou saw was and is not, and it's talking about Rome, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and the bottomless pit is Europe, and go into perdition, which is destruction. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, which is Rome, right? Ultimately Babylon the Great. And it says, and they that dwell on earth whose names were not written in the book of life shall wonder, you know, yeah, they shall wonder at this beast basically, and how right here when it says made drunken, where we at it. Yeah, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication, right? Her different philosophies, right? Different things that you're allowed to do here in Babylon the Great. You know, the woman has free reign to do what she pleases, right? The man can be a low life, you know, not taking care of his children and just do whatever, you know what I mean? There's no structure, there's no order. And that's how people are wondering, or the names of basically the people that's not the elect, the 2/3, right? It says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, which is Rome, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and go into perdition, which is destruction. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And they beheld the beast that was and is not and yet is, right? And there is, and here is the mind which have wisdom, the 7 heads and 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Sorry. And the 7 mountains are, like I said, 7 kingdoms. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short time. Right? And I got here my notes, and I broke it down and everything. I'm gonna get that for you. So one second. So yeah, the 7 kingdoms, or the 5 that are fallen, are the Greeks, Germaner Minor, the Spanish, the French, and Germaner Major. Right? That's 5 right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So that's 5. So we're just basically talking about these different kingdoms. And if you go back in history, you can look basically like the European nations and things like that, the different kingdoms that ruled. So and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen. I just listed the 5, and 1 is, and the 1 is Rome, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the one that hasn't come yet is the British, right? And we understand that Rome had fell basically. Going back to Revelations, going to Revelations 20, Rome had fell for like 1,000. Let's just go to it. All right, Revelations 20. Revelations 20, and we'll start at 1. It says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. That's Esau Edom. All right, and during the Roman Empire time, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. So that was like I said, that was Rome being put away for a certain amount of time, right? And if we jump to verse 7, It says, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out and deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. So basically, the Roman Empire reigned for a certain amount of time, then it kind of fell away, and then you had the Byzantine Empire, basically when we ruled. I'm just kind of skimming right through this. The Byzantine Empire is when we ruled. Then the Renaissance period came up, which is this part right here, when he was loosed out of his thing, and then he went to deceive the nations, right? And now that's going into the British must continue for a short time. And this is Revelation 17:11. It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven engulfed in perdition, right? So the beast that was and is not, which is Rome, even he is the eighth, which is basically Babylon the Great, and is of the seven engulfed in perdition. And the seven heads is Germana Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germana Minor, the British, and the Greeks. So the British was the last kingdom that ruled. And then, like I said, Christopher Columbus went over to the Americas and things like that, and the 13 colonies was founded and everything. And then, the Revolutionary Wars happened, and out of that, basically, America won, which is Babylon the Great. To simplify it. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seventh, and goeth into perdition. So basically, that goes. This is just Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is formed. That man of sin is revealed. Esau, Edom. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are the 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. And that's going into like the EU nations, right? NATO and things like that, because they gave their power to Babylon the Great, and as like they're just like vassal states and things. Revelation 17:13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. You know what I mean? So this is Babylon the Great, and that man of sin, Esau Edom, who's ruling the world right now, controlling everybody. Let's see if I want to get this. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. With basically Esau Edom been described. Let's get I'm gonna get this. Daniel 7:7 also. It says, and this is just going into different kingdoms, and we're going to start at Daniel 7:7 because it gets the part of Babylon the Great, Esau Edom, right? Daniel 7:7. After this I saw in the ninth vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and devoured and break in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. All right, so let me get that. All right, so this is basically just a precept to Revelation 18, what we spoke about, the fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, that we know to be Babylon the Great, because yeah. And let me get my notes on that. Sorry. So, and after this I saw the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So basically, it's going to those 10 horns, which is like the 10, which is it's more now, but it's just basically like the different nations that's a part of it. And it said it was diverse from all the other beasts that was before it. And the reason why it was diverse is because of the fact that it didn't have one kingdom like we know now. America doesn't have like one ruler, one king or nothing like that. It kind of has like a senate and different people that make different laws and things like that, compared to all the other kingdoms in the world that happen. These great kings, you got like Alexander the Great. You don't pretty much know of anybody else that was with him, maybe besides his generals or something like that, but it wasn't no one making like decisions and rules. It was just that one king. But this fourth beast, which is Babylon the Great, has so many other different people. Daniel 7 and 8, it says, I considered the horns and beheld there came up among them a little horn, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man and mouth speaking great things, right? And that goes into, like I said, Revelations 18, sorry, 17, Revelation 17. Right. And it says, Revelation 17 and 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornications, and the inhabitants of the earth have been drunk with the wine of her fornication. Let's get actually Revelations 13. Right. Revelations 13 and 5, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. So going back to, sorry, I got a lot pulled up right here. We was in Daniel. Yeah, he was speaking great things, which is Babylon the Great. All right. So the three horns. So now going into the part where it says three horns right here, which is the Spanish, the French, and the British, going back to the, like I mentioned, the Revolutionary War and how America basically was founded and everything like that, which is they were plucked up basically by America, basically Babylon the Great.